Alright, okay, let's see. Okay, so I probably should that over here. Let's disable it. Hold on. Make it quick. It's a little quiet. Test one. It's gonna boost that a little bit up here, and then this one a little bit. That's probably a little bit better. Cool. And of course I have laundry. 1 second. Alright. Dope. Okay. Let's go to Crisp. Oop, let me edit this. Probably fine. Okay. Alright, so I need to go on here and then just set up that, make this smaller, this is kind of loud. Dope. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, I think we're finally set up here. So I did have a GitHub library that I wanted to use because I had made this project originally before, and I want to see if I can do this all inside my Ubuntu environment. So let's see if we can do that. However, this is kind of like a new project, so I guess I might as well try and... No, I'll work on the same one that I've been working on for a while, but I kind of want to get my website fixed. What to do? Well, I'm going to just go with that. So today, I will work on So, oh shoot, don't show off the key. Okay, don't mention it. Okay. I don't think I should work on this here. It's too private. Let's work on a similar application. Actually, close this, open this. Really, I can't. Okay, can I close these? No. Okay. No. 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 Okay. So I'm gonna make a new project. Let's do that. I think. Let's see what's in this directory. User data. Okay, so cd. Let's make it in documents. Actually, I should probably make a new directory called code or projects. Oh, I do have a directory called projects. I'm using that one. So schedule. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new project and I'll call this a website. On this website, I think we'll have I'll try to make it as like a website for the CrispCode streaming. So I'm gonna try and make that. So that's mk cc website. Technically, it's gonna be a web app actually, and then we're gonna move into that. And then we are going to take that directory, which should now be created after the users directory. So you go here, and then you go to users, and then there's me, and then I go down to projects, and then this is here, and then I like to put this inside of Sublime so I don't have to go back there again. And then after that, I will now decide to make the Django app itself. So to do that, I'm going to make a new environment. So I'm just going to kind of start listing procedures here. So this, I don't really need to make a list of procedures, but so what's going to happen first is I'm going to make a new environment. So I remember I did that on Anaconda before, but I can't remember how to do the new environment. Python on Ubuntu. Had it on Anaconda manage environments. That's not what Anaconda wants. Pip environment. I think that was what I wanted to do. No, it's like virtual environment. So I do it here, and I'm going to do virtual environment. Oh yeah, so it's virtual env. So it's going to be, I believe, Python virtual environment. And I think it's after that point it's going to be you set up the name for the virtual environment. Let's see. I have pip upgrade pip version. I have pip already. So if you don't have pip installed and you're going to try to make a virtual environment, make sure to install pip, which is just kind of a installer for Python. Okay, so I think I can use Python 3. Or I have to use Python 3. So it's going to be Python 3 -m pip install. Oh, I already have virtual environment. Okay, creating the virtual environment. My bad. That's how you would use it if you were to create a virtual environment. So Python 3-m virtual and environment name. Here, I want the environment to be named CC app. And then you have to activate it after that. After this finishes, you activate. once this finishes, it kind of takes a little while. Alright, so now that that's done, and then I'm just going to activate it, so all you have to do then is source environment, if the name was environment. Mine's called CC app, I believe. So you can see it's already in this path, like you save your Python environment in the directory that you're currently in. And you activate. And so now, as you can see right here, CC app has been initialized and is our current working environment. So if I use Python now, I'm working in a virtual environment. And the pros for that just means that if you install, whenever you make a project in Python, you usually install a lot of different libraries. This way, you keep it clean, so you have your base version of Python is clean, and when you have different versions of different projects call for different apps, and you don't want to have one super bloated Python that's spitting out everything for an app that only needs maybe 2 inclusions. So this one might only need a few. So first we're going to set up Django. So that's going to be, if I have it, it would be Django, or just Django admin start project dash admin start project, and then that's telling the Django to start a project with the name that you want to give it. So I'm gonna call this something different than CC Web App. I'm just gonna call it DJ, because I want to make sure I know that this is Django. You could do it however you want. DJ CC. Yeah, I like that. It's easy. DJ CC. And then that's gonna create itself. Okay, so now if I do ls, and I can see that DJ CC has been created. So we're gonna move into that now. So you do DJ CC, and then it should automatically be able to run. So if you just type in Django, actually I think this is getting towards the end here. So, oh, this didn't occur to me. You might not be able to see what I'm typing. So used to working like this. Fix that. That might be better. Okay. This is kind of a sad little mishap of space that's not available. Okay. Anyways, so now you're gonna just type in Django. I think manage.py. So you're gonna type in actually Python manage.py run server. Okay, so now there's an issue here. That might be that I should use Python 3. Possibly. No. Okay, so there's a weird issue. Okay, so apparently I didn't actually install Django for some reason, so we're just going to do pip install Django, and that should just do it if it's not installed. Okay, it says there's an issue that there's no Django module. It would make sense that if I actually didn't install it on the virtual environment. Also, whenever you create a virtual environment, you're going to have to probably install all these things again. So, moving forward, I'm going to move on to the next step here. once this thing gets going. It has an app here, but the main thing is you're gonna want to create a web app there. So okay, it's taking some time. So what I think I'm going to do, and I'll post this in the description, is actually go off of this tutorial here, since it seems like a pretty good way to start out with Django. That I've already done it, I think once, but actually maybe not. Maybe I won't go through this one. Oh, it's done. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So now that that's done, all you have to do is, all I have to do is just create an app. So that would be, well, first we have to actually, let's just see if we can run it. So Python manage.py run server, and that should work. Yeah, okay, so it's working, which is great. And so if I go into the settings here, I can see it, and everyone else can see my key, which is great. Let's see. I don't really think I'm going to need it very much right now, but we need to start the app. Okay, so this is going, the next step is going to be python.py start app, and then you call it the app name. I'm going to go off with this tutorial actually, and then they're calling it catalog, so I'm just going to go along with that. But if it's going to be my own website, then it's kind of like pointless to go off of that, so I'm just going to call this web, maybe home, since it's not quite single paged, and I think each of these apps that you're putting into your Django project, or your Django project, is going to be like a page. So I might call it home, but that's probably not a good idea either, because I can store in many different pages within the home page. So I think I'm going to call it, I'm tempted just to call it like main. It's kind of weird to do web development, but whatever. I'm going to just call it something simple. I'll call it Atom. No, I'll call it Proton, since it's going to be easier for me to think of this thing in a branched out way if I call it Proton. Okay, so Proton is going to be now created in here. It has no meaning, but it's right there in DJCC, and you can go in here to the views and change those up. I think the first step, though, is once that's created, is to go and add this app to the settings page. So once you start an app, I think it's best practice to add it to your settings, because then you can further edit it and it'll be linked to the whole application. So I'm going to add it here. It's going to be called proton.apps, which is the folder that, or the Python file that it's going to be reaching out to within the Proton directory. And then it's going to be Proton. I think I had lowercase, but it makes it uppercase here, I think. Proton config, comma, and then that should be found within the apps See, it says proton config, so it's basically just gonna go into this directory and then to this file, and then it's going to call this function here. And then from there, let's see what's the next step. Manage my Python, start Proton. Okay, so Proton's right there. Okay. And then we can save this, and that is good. Yep. I can close this, and then if I move forward now, specifying the database. Yeah, so database is going to be kind of necessary, and I don't like SQL, so I'm going to do a NoSQL, and that's going to be MongoDB. So what I like to use is the Django. I keep saying the D, but it's Django, like MongoDB, but DjangoDB. DjangoDB. Let's see, because I've been using this one recently. MongoDB for I keep saying the D for Django. It's pretty simple to add, apparently. Okay, so yeah, I gotta go back into the settings, and then if I just go ahead and change the database from this thing to something else, the format's going to be the same, and eventually you'll end up adding more detail to it with some private information. But I think with private database information, I also have to install MongoDB. That's going to be important. So default, obviously, it's going to be the same scheme as before, and then engine, and then Django, I'd say the D this time, and name. And then from what I understand, you don't have to install anything. And then you don't really need a name for it right now, because I guess you're going to name it once you launch MongoDB and create a name for your database in MongoDB. I think I want to call this one ProtonDB, just because it's Proton sounds so cool. Or maybe I'll go with the whole thing. I'll call it Nucleus. If I can spell Nucleus. Nucleus. I don't know if I spelled that right. Nucleus. I think I was very off. Nucleus. There we go. Added one too many U's. Okay, so nucleus. Sounds weird. Okay, so the nucleus. I kind of like just nucleus or nucleus DB. Nah, just nucleus. Okay, so it's gonna be the nucleus here, and then yeah. So that adds a MongoDB database, and it's pretty simple. After you do that, however, I think it's very important to install MongoDB, and I don't remember how to do that. So let's see how to install MongoDB on Ubuntu. Since this is actually an Ubuntu bash shell that you can install now on Windows, which is totally cool, and I didn't know how cool it was until I started using it, and I probably would just use Windows from now on if I can just use Ubuntu inside it. Let's do this. So this is a pretty intensive tutorial. Installing. I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Okay, well, apparently I need a GPG key of the software distributor because it's required by the Ubuntu Package Manager app to ensure the packages consistency and authenticity. Okay, yeah, so whatever, I'm just gonna do that. Oh wait, I forgot, I can't paste into my bash for some reason. Sudo. I'm just so used to using like brew, and it'd be so easy just to do brew. I think what I will do instead, because I don't, whatever, I'm just gonna do it. So it's gonna be sudo, I don't know if I pronounced that right, at key adv dash dash or space dash dash key server hkp. That's weird. I don't know what hkp means. Key server dot ubuntu dot com 80, that's 90, 80 what, 80 something, 80 space dash dash rcv ea 31. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna call bullshit on the necessity to do this because it just seems over the top. Yeah, okay, well, I definitely failed that. I probably failed that one too. Oh wait, it worked? Okay, I think it worked, but I thought I had put in a typo. Okay, alright, I guess that works. So echo, no, I don't feel, why would I need to do that? Create source list file MongoDB. So annoying. Okay, echo, from what I understand, actually just says, just repeats what I'm typing in. So I don't see how this person thinks that this is going to be helpful, but I will do it anyways. So let's see, repo.mongodb.org / apt ubuntu. Okay, is that it? Is that that really seems quite pointless. And there's a, okay, I swear this is I'm doing it wrong. I swear I'm doing it wrong. I'm breaking the system here. Okay, so second step on hacking into the CIA database requires me to type in this command. After I get into the database, I will then find Snowden and return him to America so that he may become president of the multiverse. That's interesting. Why do I feel like this is just someone? This person must be fucking with me. There's no way that it's like this complicated to install MongoDB on Ubuntu. Like, cause on Linux, on Mac, which is like the same thing, essentially, right? All I had to do was type brew install. Maybe I'm taking a lot of things for granted, which is probably the case. Okay, yeah, I knew I bitched that. I can't for some reason, like I even tried the what was it, the correct commands for like Ubuntu to like copy and paste stuff, but like it totally doesn't work for some reason. So it's kind of a bummer. So I really wish I could just do that. You know, I'm just gonna try the command that makes the most sense to me. So that's gonna be sudo apt-get install y mongodb.org. See if that works. Okay, unable to locate package mongodb-org. I'm finding another help desk because that seems ridiculous. Okay, so I do have to do those steps. However, I think everyone assumes I can just copy and paste it in here. But for some reason, I can't like copy and paste into the shell. It's weird. I wonder if I run the actual Ubuntu app that they gave me. If I can do that. No. What about? No. 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 No good. No bueno. Nada intendio. Intendio. Damn. Okay, so copy and paste into Windows Ubuntu. Let's see how that works. Control Shift V. I did that. I did the control. I did the shift. I did the V. Doesn't work. Solution would be to create quick edit mode, and then you can paste by right clicking in the terminal. Okay, wait. No, that didn't work either. So Control A just brought me back to the beginning of time. Okay, this made a new. To enable, right click on the toolbar. So click on. Okay, so I can just do quick edit mode apparently. So properties, layout, fonts, quick edit mode. I wonder what insert mode. Enable control key shortcuts. Weird. Okay. Oh wow, all I had to do is right click. That's awesome. Okay, that makes my life so much simpler. Dope. Okay. Alright, fine. I'll do all the stuff you want me to do. I don't know which Ubuntu version I'm in. That's a good question. Check Ubuntu version dash. Let's see. I love Google. Enter LSB release A command. Okay, so LSB underscore release dash A. So I am 16.04. Cool, dope. I'm on the new version of Ubuntu. Alright, so that means that. Oh, I changed the thing. Okay. So that means I can copy this one and right click it. Oh, that's so cool. Did that work? This seemed to go by way too quickly for it to actually work. Also, I feel like the width of this thing is kind of making it confused. Confused shell. Okay, and then so now all I have to do is sudo apt dash get update, and then we're almost done with installing MongoDB. After that does its thing. That would be good. Okay. Okay. I need 5 seconds.